Welcome back to our concrete house. Today, we're going to take a look at how we made this stand for our planter. The stand is designed to hold our 10-inch concrete planter, but you can customize the size and materials to work for your needs. The board we used is 3/4 by 2.5 inches. You will also need wood glue, masking tape, a dowel jig, dowels, and clear lacquer. To get started, the board is marked at 20 inches and cut on the miter saw. We will need 4 of these. Since the planter is 10 inches wide, I wanted to give an 1/8 inch gap on all sides, so the horizontal support is marked at 10.25 inches. We will need 2 of these. Next, the table saw blade is raised to the height that cuts exactly half the width of the board, which is 1.25 inch. Now the center of the board is marked, and I use another board to mark the width. Masking tape is used on the back side of the board to reduce tear out as it's cut, and a miter gauge is used to keep the cut square to the blade. I started cutting the center first and working my way out to the edge marks. The same cut is made into the second board as well, and then I did a quick test fit. Now time to mark where the dowels will be installed. I started by marking the legs at 12 inches and placed the bottom edge of the support at the marks. It's important to note that the notch is facing towards camera on this half of the stand. Make sure the other half is placed with the notch facing away so they can slot together later. A mark is made 3/4 inch from both sides of the support, and a line is drawn with a speed square. Same procedure for the other side. We will be using 5/16 dowels, so I screwed the 5/16 drill bit guide into the dowel jig. Notice I set the shaft collar on the drill bit so that the bit will drill just slightly more than half the length of the dowel. The white guideline on the jig is then lined up with the mark on the wood and clamped in place. Now the holes are drilled with the 5/16 bit. The same procedure is used on the ends of the horizontal support. We are now ready to glue it all together. I started out by filling the dowel holes with glue, followed by a bead on the surface. The dowels are inserted and tapped in with a hammer. The same gluing procedure is done for the matching side, and it's fitted together. Again, a hammer is used to get a nice tight fit, and the excess glue is wiped away with a damp rag. Now we do the same with the other leg. Once both legs are doweled and glued to the support, it's time to clamp them together tightly and left to dry for a few hours. Here we repeat the process we just completed on the other side. Once the glue is dried, it was time to sand. I used a 220 grit on the orbital sander to smooth out all of the surfaces. After sanding was done, the two sides could be slotted together. It was a really snug fit, so I used a rubber mallet to persuade the pieces together. Next, I took the stand outside and applied a coat of clear lacquer. I decided to finish the stand off by attaching some vinyl bumpers to the feet, and it was done and ready to use. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next project.